Alrighty, what's up everybody? Peter Gilmore here for my second video of the day. This time on the home of the Gilmore Chronicles, PGC Reborn. This is episode number 158 of the Gilmore Chronicles Reborn series. Thank you all for watching this video on this Football Sunday, December the 29th, 2019. Thank you for watching. Hit that like button and hit that subscribe button and tap that bell to turn on all my notifications so you never miss an upload. And hopefully YouTube can send out my videos. And that's basically it. That's all I really gotta say about that. Thank you very much. Alright. In the title, in the description down below is my SmackDown review on the Killer of Demons channel. Check it out, give it a like, give it a thumbs up. If you have any wrestling questions, put it down below in the comment section of that video and this video as well, so we can get to a Q&A, hopefully by the end of the year or by early next year. Talk about wrestling, sports, music, movies, whatever you want. Open forum. So ask me anything you want down below, or hit me up via Twitter. My Twitter link is in the description box below. And that's it. Alright, let's get into the video, ladies and gentlemen. This is the last video of 2019 on this channel. Just did my last video of 2019 on the Killer Demons channel. Got one more video coming up on the PG Rants channel. That's later, a little bit later, a couple of hours away. Probably right before the Niners game starts, I'll do another video. But on episode 158 of the Gilmore Chronicles, it's that time of year. It's the end of the year, and like I've done for the past couple of years, I give you my year in review for every single promotion in wrestling: WWE, TNA, Ring of Honor, New Japan Pro Wrestling, and this year I'll be doing AEW. So again, gonna get into that in a little bit. So all the promotions will be covered. Talk briefly about them. I'm not gonna talk a lot about them because I got I don't have a lot of time on them. I would do this live on a live stream video, but maybe next year I might do that. We'll see what happens with that. So let's get started. So let's start off with the sinking ship of 2019, the WWE. Now, WWE had a really bad year this year. Culminated with the final SmackDown of the year, which wasn't really that good. Check out my SmackDown review, you'll know what I meant. The show wasn't even really that good. I mean, Daniel Bryan is the new number one contender for Bray Wyatt's title at the Royal Rumble, so we'll see that going into 2020. Other things happened on the show which I didn't really like. I mean, Braun Strowman dancing. Just another way for his fucking career. He's getting an IC title shot against Shinsuke Nakamura. But Raw and SmackDown this year really wasn't good. There wasn't that many good shows, good Raws, good SmackDowns. I mean, SmackDown was on the USA Network for most of the year on Tuesday nights with SmackDown Live. And early in the summer, they announced that they're going to Fox. Well, it was already announced like a year before, like a couple months before that, or a year before that they were going to Fox. So they started on Fox in October, and they had Brock Lesnar win the WWE title from Kofi Kingston, and him being a mainstay on SmackDown. Then they had the Superstar Draft, or the brand split, whatever you want to call it. And Brock went back to Raw with the WWE title. Bray Wyatt got drafted over to SmackDown, and other people went for different shows. Kevin Owens went to Monday Night Raw. Seth Rollins stayed on Monday Night Raw. Roman Reigns went to SmackDown to compete, all the other stuff. But still, SmackDown on Fox has gotten ratings. The first show on Fox, I think, got like 3 million views, so that was pretty good for the WWE. But lately, they've barely gotten like around 1-2 million views on Friday night, was most people are out anyway. But most of the year, Raw mainly has sucked. Every single week has sucked. I mean, the storylines were just god awful. I mean, the Rusev, Lana, Lashley storyline is continuing. We're gonna have a wedding tomorrow night on Raw, which we all know that Rusev is gonna ruin. We all know weddings don't always go as planned in wrestling. Absolutely. So we got that, and we got Seth Rollins and Samoa Joe probably starting a feud since Joe got annihilated by the AOP last week. So Seth Rollins got Samoa Joe and Kevin Owens to contend with. We'll see what happens with that. But like I said, Raw and SmackDown stunk this year. WWE in general sucked ass this year. And going into 2020, I don't even see them getting any better. I think they're gonna have another. I mean, we'll see when get the first SmackDown of the year and the first Raw of the year in January. We'll see what happens with how Raw and SmackDown will start 2020 off. Hopefully good. Hopefully we'll see if they can bounce back after a crappy year. And the only saving grace was NXT, and they had a phenomenal year. I mean, every takeover was good. Takeover Brooklyn was great. Takeover New York, New Jersey was good during WrestleMania weekend. NXT Takeover Toronto was good. War Games was great. And he had some great champions. Shayna Baszler as women's champion for just about the whole year, beating Ember Moon, Kairi Sane, Bianca Belair, and everybody else that's tried to step up to her. She just wiped the floor with them, and she met her match in Rhea Ripley. Now Rhea Ripley goes into 2020 as the champion. We'll see where she goes in 2020. So we had that, but most of the year was dedicated to the Undisputed Era and our good friend Adam Cole, baby, boom. And this prophecy of the Undisputed Era getting gold around their waist was fulfilled. They still have gold around their waist going into 2020. Adam Cole beating Johnny Gargano for the belt in a ladder match, and then retaining it against Gargano in a 2 out of 3 falls match. And then just beating every challenger that's come up to him. He beat Finn Balor last week on the December 18th show to retain the title. And now Gargano and Finn Balor are gonna start a feud. Finn Balor coming back to NXT. We didn't know where his alliance was until he hit Adam Cole with that bicycle kick. Although that Finn Balor, coming back as the Prince. Finn Balor, Prince Devitt version of Finn Balor. Coming back, we all thought he was going to join the Undisputed Era, make him more powerful than they already are, but we thought better of that, and he turned his back on Johnny Gargano. Then he turned his back on Adam Cole. So we had that. Roger Strong won the North American title, beating the Velveteen Dream, putting him out of action. We haven't seen the Velveteen Dream in months, though he's coming back at the Royal Rumble, supposedly. We'll see what happens with that. I think he'll come back in 2020, go after Roddy and his North American title. I don't think he's going to win it back, but see. And then Red Dragon winning the tag team titles from Street Profits, who went to Monday Night Raw and proceeded to suck ass. But overall, NXT was pretty good. You had debuts of Keith Lee, Matt Riddle joined the company, Damian Priest, Punishment Martinez joined the company, Io Shirai joined the company, which she joined last year. I don't remember, but Keith Lee had the breakout performance of, in my eyes, the breakout performance of 2019. I think he'll have a breakout performance in 2020. Ciampa coming back from injury, going after Adam Cole as well. With Gargano as in the picture as well. And then he got taken out by Finn Balor. They're gonna have a match at NXT Takeover Portland in February. I think Adam Cole will defend the belt against Ciampa in February and lose the belt most likely to Ciampa. Again, Ciampa's gonna get the belt for the second time and go into WrestleMania with the belt. We'll see what happens with that. Red Dragon going into 2020 with the tag belts. I think they'll lose them probably. I don't know to who. I mean, you only really got Keith Lee and Matt Riddle were a tag team. They did pretty well. We got the Forgotten Sons as a tag team. I don't know if they're gonna use them as the next tag team champions, or they're gonna, or Red Dragon's gonna hold the belts all the way to WrestleMania, then lose the belts to whoever wins the Dusty Rhodes American Dream Baby Tag Team Classic, which is coming up, which is gonna be announced next week. I think the I don't know, the brackets or the participants will be announced. So we'll probably get like Keith Lee and Matt Riddle forming another tag team again, or have some weird mashups. Weird people tagging with each other. Maybe like, Red Dragon might be in the tournament itself. So they win, they don't have to face anybody for the belts, which I don't think they'll. If they are entered, they'll probably lose anyway. They'll probably lose in the finals. I don't know. Maybe they'll bring the Street Profits back for the tournament. I don't know who else. I mean, you got the Forgotten Sons, and basically that's it. Don't have much of a tag team division there. Sucks. Like that. And like I said, Rhea Ripley begins her reign as NXT Women's Champion. See what happens with her. I think Shayna will get a rematch eventually, but then she'll go up to the main roster and appear at the Royal Rumble, win the Royal Rumble, and face Becky Lynch for the Raw Women's title at WrestleMania and beat Becky Lynch, ending her almost 1 year reign. And then she'll go on another, probably a year-long reign. See what happens with that. But NXT was a saving grace for WWE. Them being on the WWE Network, and then in early September they changed over to the USA Network. Went 2 hours on Wednesday nights, and then the whole when AEW got their TV deal with TNT, they began on October the 2nd. Started the Wednesday Night Wars, and it went back and forth each week, every week. AEW was winning the war for most of the time. And then over the last couple weeks, NXT's been blowing them out of the water. I mean, this week NXT got 833,000 views, even though it was on a tape show and it was on Christmas. Next week's on New Year's Day, and AEW has a new show of the year. So they're coming out with a brand new episode. So I think AEW will win the ratings war this week. Well, you never know. We'll see. But like I said, NXT was very well this year. I think they'll have another great 2020. And I think Raw and SmackDown will just not I don't know. I'm hoping they'll have a good year. Have some good Raws and good SmackDowns. But, with the way Raw and SmackDown have been run creatively and booking wise, it's just gonna be another year of horrible Raws, horrible SmackDowns, crappy booking, crappy wrestling, and that's basically it. With that, man, that's really all I gotta say about the WWE right now. I mean, hopefully they'll have a better year in 2020, but right now that's the way it's going. On SmackDown, are just going to be chugging along, barely at a minimum, and NXT is just going to be kicking some ass, and that's... Alright, let's get to TNA. TNA had a pretty decent year, just chugging along as well on their 17th year as a company. The little engine that could. Mostly they were on Pop for a little bit. Then they went to Pursuit for most of the year, and now they're on Access TV, which is way better for them. Now they're getting the ratings not really showing much for it on the channel. But they've been chugging along. They've had some high profile matches. Tessa Blanchard, the breakout star of the year in my eyes. Winning the Knockouts title and then losing it to Taya Valkyrie. And Taya Valkyrie holding it for almost a year right now. She's just gone through everybody. Rosemary, Jordan Grace, Emma. I mean, you name them, she's beating them. And she's defending the belt at Hard to Kill, the next pay-per-view on January the 12th, which is 2 weeks from today. So the first TNA pay-per-view of the year is coming your way in a couple weeks, Hard to Kill. You're going to have Tessa Blanchard going after the TNA World title that Sami Callihan won. Sami Callihan won the belt from Brian Cage, won the belt from Michael, I believe it was Michael Elgin, or John, I think he beat John Morrison, who's now gone. And John Morrison's in WWE. He's going to be appearing at the Royal Rumble, most likely. You had that. You had Brian Cage winning the belt from John Morrison, and then was injured for a little bit. And then you started the whole thing with Sami Callihan, and the whole thing with Sami Callihan hitting Melissa Santos with a champagne bottle, knocking her out, and then pile driving her, knocking her out again, getting her out. We haven't seen Melissa Santos on TV in months. I don't know if she's coming back to TNA as an interviewer or what she's doing now. Besides sucking my dick. But that's another story for another time. And then you look at the TV title, the X Division title. Kind of went back and forth. Which Swan had it for a while, and then he lost it in a ladder match to Ace Austin. Ace Austin's still the champion. He had a feud with Eddie Edwards. After going after his wife, and then Eddie beat Jesus out of him. But somehow Ace Austin still holds the belt. And he's in a program with Trey Miguel, going after his mom. Which, it is what it is. And then you look at the tag team division, which started off the year with the Lucha Brothers and LAX going to war. I mean, the Concrete Jungle match. LAX and OVE going at it with barbed wire and all that other stuff, fights and stuff, and then LAX leaving Impact Wrestling, and we didn't know whether they were going to go to WWE or go to AEW. They went to AEW, as we know, when they showed up at All Out. Then the Lucha Brothers left TNA as they lost to LAX for the championships. And then we all know that when AEW first had their pay-per-view Double or Nothing, this year I should say, the Lucha Brothers were a predominant tag team in AEW. They faced the Bucks at Double or Nothing. And all the story with that. I'll get to AEW in a minute. And the tag team belts went different ways, and now I believe the North still has them. Ethan Page and the other, I don't remember the other guy's name, but they still hold the tag team belts. Really haven't defended them much. I thought that it was going to be they're going to lose the belts to Willie Mack and Rich Swann, which could still happen. Then I'm thinking it might be OVE, Jake and Dave Christ. Then again, it could be Rascals. It could be Trey Miguel or Zachary Wentz and Desmond Xavier. So those tag belts Could be up for grabs at Hard to Kill. I don't really exactly know the cards for Hard to Kill. I'm not gonna go look it up either. So we'll see what happens with that. So I think TNA had a pretty good year. I think coming 2020 they'll have another good year. I think they might sign a big star, to join the company. Emma came around, joined the company in the women's division, and Jordan Grace came in, and I think yeah, the people like Kiera Hogan and Madison Rain and all the other people, Rosemary, Sue Young, that epic feud they had, Jessica Havoc's coming back with James Mitchell still in Impact, shockingly. But TNA had a pretty decent year, and I am kind of surprised. All thought that TNA would be dead and buried, but they're still chugging along. Now they got a major TV deal with Access TV. They got their new streaming service, Impact Plus, doing pretty well. Impact is growing now. They're growing to almost getting back to where they were when TNA first started, back in the golden days of 2004 to 2009. They got new owners. They got Anthem Sports still owning them. Now, like I said, they got the TV deal that they really wanted with Access TV, being the number one wrestling show on that network, since New Japan is gone off of Access TV. So we don't see Wrestle Kingdom 14 on Access TV. So I don't think any cable station is gonna pick up New Japan. So if you want to watch New Japan, go to watch NewJapanWorld.com and watch it for the English commentary. Get that. So you got that. So TNA did pretty good, and that's pretty much it. All right, then we get to New Japan. Had a phenomenal year. Wrestle Kingdom 13 was awesome. With I believe Tanahashi held the belt to start the year. Oh no, I think he lost it to Jay White, and Jay White held the belt for a while. And then Okada won the belt at the G1 special in New York. And that show was pretty good. Okada winning the belt again. I don't know how many times. I think he's held the belt like 6-7 times. I lost count. But he's still the champion. And he's had a phenomenal year as always. Tanahashi's had a pretty good year. He's facing Jericho at Wrestle Kingdom 14. And if he wins, he gets an AEW title shot. Good for AEW, having maybe a union with New Japan. So we can see matches like Guerrillas of Destiny against the Bucks, or Guerrillas of Destiny against the Lucha Brothers, or Guerrillas of Destiny versus SCU, and the like. You can have Yo and Cho, the soon-to-be junior tag team champions. Again, they won the Super Junior Tag League. They won the tag league, I think. I forget which one of those two. I forget which one they won. They could go after the Bucks. They could go after SCU. They could go after Best Friends Trent and Chucky T. Go after them. Girls of Destiny winning the belts back, and they've gone on so far. Bullet Club's getting new members now. I don't remember the names of the new members. I haven't really kept following up with New Japan on that front. But Bullet Club's getting new members. Yujiro, Chase Owens is still there. Jay White's leading the group with the Girls of Destiny. You got Abe Miho, my second wife. And you got, Yujiro Takahashi's chick, Peter, and has a fucking smoking hot ass. So does Abe, but Mio, I don't know what to do. You got Shirai, you got freaking Asuka, you got Mio, you got Peter. I'm having a 4-way in my pants right now. But I digress. You know, and then you look, you continue on with New Japan having a great year. The G1 won by Kota Ibushi, who beat Jay White match at the G1 Classic briefcase, and then him battling Bullet Club and other people, Okada himself, just to hold on to that damn briefcase, and he gets his shot at the Tokyo Dome Wrestle Kingdom for the IWGP Heavyweight title. They're having Double Dash, night 1 and night 2, first time ever, I believe, for Wrestle Kingdom. So the winners of Jay White and Tetsuya Naito do battle on the second night, IWGP Heavyweight title and the IWGP Intercontinental title. So one person's gonna come out with 2 belts. I'm hoping it's Naito, but it might be. I'm thinking logically it's gonna be Ibushi. Ibushi will beat Okada, become IWGP Heavyweight Champion for the first time. Naito will win the IWGP Intercontinental title from Jay White. He'll become I believe, a 2 or 3-time champion. And then Ibushi Naito on night 2, which will be fucking epic. And I think Ibushi will win both belts, and then proceed to lose them, when we get to Sakura Genesis in March, and Dominion in April, and by the time G1 comes back, in early summer, G1 Climax 29. We'll see what happens with that. I don't know who's gonna win it. I don't even know who's gonna be in it at this point. We're already in December 29, 2019. We have to wait all the way to July of 2020. So we'll see what happens with that. And a lot of people had great years, and we'll see what happens with New Japan in 2020 with Wrestle Kingdom this coming weekend, January 4th and January 5th, and then New Year's Dash January 6th, which is next Sunday. So a big weekend of New Japan action. I'm gonna be watching night 1 and night 2, and I'll do my review on the Peter Gilmore YouTube channel. Night 1 and night 2 end. Probably be doing it sometime next Sunday. So I'll probably do 2 separate videos. I'm not gonna do one big video. It's gonna last me 2 hours just to finish both nights, and we get that from there. But New Japan had a good year, and I think they'll have another great year next year. I think Wrestle Kingdom 14 will start the year off with a bang, and probably start off the year as the top pay-per-view of the year. But we shall see what happens with that. And that's pretty much it for New Japan Pro Wrestling. Then we get to AEW, like I said, starting off the year with Double or Nothing, then Fight for the Fallen, then Fyter Fest, then they had All Out, and then Full Gear this year. They crowned their first ever world champion, Chris Jericho, the Le Champion, beating Adam Page for the belt at All Out. You had Cody Rhodes and Darby Allin had a good match at Fyter Fest. Jon Moxley and Kenny Omega had that brutal, unsanctioned match at Full Gear, using barbed wire and just anything under the sun. That was a great match. The Bucks had some pretty good matches. And then AEW getting on television on October 2nd on TNT. Having over 1 million views on the first night, and then 1 million views on the second episode, and then progressively going downhill. And then they went back up a little bit, and they didn't do that great for the December 18th show, the final show of the year. Had like 600-something thousand views. But, we'll see what happens in 2020 when we begin on Wednesday night with the new show. Jericho being the champion, defending it against Cody, beating Cody at Full Gear, next to MJF turning on Cody. And MJF, won the Diamond Ring. I don't know where that's gonna go. With maybe a title match with Jericho down the line or something. Having that, and you look at the women's division. Rio became the women's champion and has defended the belt against Nyla Rose, Britt Baker, and the like. She's defending the belt on Wednesday night against Nyla Rose, Britt Baker, and Hikaru Shida. And the winner of that match will go on to face Chris Statlander, the real #1 contender, on the January 8th show. So we'll see who wins that. Rio had a pretty good year, just defying the odds against bigger women than her. You bring in Allie, and you had the whole thing with Brandy and the Nightmare Collector with her with Brandy Rhodes and Awesome Kong, and now Melanie Cruz, and supposedly a guy in there. We don't know who he is yet. I don't know if they're gonna announce who he is, or they're gonna just not even mention him. You had the whole thing now with the Dark Order beating basically the bejesus out of the Elite. So they're gonna be a faction to reckon with next year. You had SCU win the tag belts from over the Lucha Brothers, and then defeating LAX. Proud and Powerful, whatever you want to call him. I'm still gonna call him LAX because Proud and Powerful sounds like a stupid name. So, you got them and defeating LAX to retain the belts, and then defeating the Lucha Brothers to retain the belts as well. So we'll see what happens with SCU in 2020 as we get into their first pay-per-view of the year, AEW Revolution, on Leap Year, February the 29th, 2019. We're going to have, most likely, Jon Moxley and Jericho going at it. We'll find out if Moxley accepts Jericho's offer to join the Inner Circle on Wednesday night. We'll see what happens with that. Like I said, we got Darby Allin and Cody Rhodes 2 this Wednesday night. We got Kenny and the Bucks fighting, I believe it's Pac and the Lucha Brothers. Pac and Kenny reliving their feud. Pac winning the first one at All Out, and then Kenny winning the rematch on AEW TV. They're going into a third match now. It happened at AEW Revolution. I don't know. I think they're leading up to that, but we'll see. But I think AEW had a pretty good year. I think they were the #2 promotion in all of 2019, with New Japan being #1 and NXT being a close third. AEW had a good year, and I think they'll have another good year next year. Them going to different places now. They're gonna be in Miami on January the 15th, on the Jericho Cruise January the 22nd, and then they're on the road in February in southern Mississippi and different places in the South for their shows. They come to the Prudential Center in New Jersey in March. Should be good. I was hoping in New York City would get it, but I don't think they're gonna get it, which sucks. So they'll be in the tri-state area, but not really the tri-state area. They'll be in Jersey in the Prudential Center, which is a hop's gonna jump away from me, but I'm not gonna be able to get tickets because, as we all know, that when tickets go on sale for the Prudential Center date, tickets will sell out in like an hour. So I will not be able to even go there. I have ways to get there and back. So by the time I get back, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. So I gotta take the train back to Livingston. Excuse me. It's just gonna be a mess getting there and getting back. So I don't know if I'm gonna see AEW at all in 2020, unless it comes to the New York City area, which I doubt happen. I forgot to mention, in New Japan they did some shows in the States, in Dallas with the G1 special, LA with the G1 special, New York G1 special. So they'll probably be doing more US dates I think next year, I don't know if it's a rumor or it's true, that the G1 is going to be in States next year. Not going to be in Japan. It's going to be in the States, which will be good. Hope it comes to New York. I might actually go see it. I mean, I saw them in September at the Hammerstein Ballroom at 3 night special of New Japan shows, where they had it in Massachusetts, they had it in Philly, and they had it in New York. I went to the New York show. I had a very good show at the Hammerstein, so they might do another show at the Hammerstein next year. Hopefully, we'll see what happens. So New Japan did well. AEW did very well. I think they're gonna have a pretty good year. They'll be going back and forth in the ratings all of next year. Maybe they'll get some new stars. You know, Marty Scurll might join. Now he's in NWA after Nick Aldis and the NWA World Title. See what happens with that. Ryback might supposedly has signed with AEW. So Ryback's gonna be there. Ryback, feed me more. So well, he's not gonna be called Ryback in AEW. I think he's gonna be called by his real name. He should just be called Skip Sheffield. That's what I think, but that's just my opinion. So Ryback's gonna join. Marty's probably gonna join AEW to be with his friends. Not right away. I think I think he might appear at the AEW Revolution pay-per-view. Maybe join the Elite and maybe go after Jericho in his title. Whoever wins the belt after Jon Moxley. So we see Marty and Jon Moxley, maybe a Double Nothing 2. But we'll see what happens, and that'll be in April, or either late March or April, probably after WrestleMania. So yeah, it is what it is. Like I said, I think AEW have a great year. Ratings will probably get better eventually with some more new names coming into the group. We'll see what happens with that. And I'm briefly going to talk about NWA. You know, they started off, they got their TV deal, well, they got their YouTube deal. So they're on YouTube every week with NWA Power. You know, we had Nick Aldis as a champion. They had their first pay-per-view. Well, not that. I don't believe that. The first pay-per-view, Into the Fire. It happened this couple weeks ago. Nick Aldis retaining the belt. Beating James Storm. Was the national champion, and then he lost the belt to Colt Cabana, who then lost the belt to that guy named Aaron Stevens, who we all know as Damien Sandow. You know, we had Eli Drake joining the company. Mr. Anderson joining the company. Thunder Rosa joining the women's division. Melina joining the women's division. Marty Bell joining the women's division with Allison Kay. Alyssa, I think her name is Alyssa Knox. Name escapes me, but we had that. You know, Colt Cabana in there. Stu Bennett, otherwise we all know as Wade Barrett. I'm afraid I got some bad news. And he joined NWA as a commentator. You know, after Jim Cornette acted like a complete dick and said some racist stuff about Trevor Murdoch and Egyptian Nigerian people. So he's gone, which sucks. We had the Rock and Roll Express beat the Wild Cards for the NWA World Tag Team belts, winning them for the ninth time. So that was nice to see. So NWA is doing pretty good. You know, they're gonna have their 12th episode this Tuesday night. They have the next pay-per-view, Hard Times, January the 24th. Should be pretty good. We'll see what happens. I think it's gonna be Nick Aldis and Marty Scurll for the NWA World Title. The TV title's coming back. We'll see who wins the TV title. I'm very glad that the NWA is recognizing the TV title once again. Looks great, the same way as looked back in the 80s. They got the old NWA title from the 80s. I mean, Power looks just like in like WCW, early NWA, WCW. We're at the studio, like with WCW Saturday Night. They're at that studio. Has that nice old school feel. It's very good. I love every episode so far. And we'll see what happens this week on the program, and going into Hard Times on January the 24th. So we got that. NWA's doing pretty good. But the worst promotion of the year, ladies and gentlemen, I hate to say it because I love this I love this promotion. Ring of Honor had the worst year in its history, in its long 17-year history. They had a very bad year. Very bad year. I mean, most of the show's not selling out. Just things going wrong with Sinclair Broadcasting. I could go on and on. Their thing with firing Kelly Klein because she was injured, and then having like Joey Mercury go on Twitter and basically blurt everything out. Kelly Klein, the women's champion, is gone now. They haven't really said anything about the women's title. Although she was gonna give it back at the Philadelphia tapings, but when I looked at the results, I didn't see anything regarding that. So I don't know what's going on with the Women of Honor. Was they fucked up Kelly Klein? They fucked up Angelina Love, who was a champion before Kelly got it back. They fucked up Sumi Sakai, Jenny Rose. They fucked up the whole Women's of Honor division. Velvet Sky and the Allure. And Mandy Rose, they fucked... not Mandy Rose. Mandy Leon, they fucked that up. I think Mandy Leon's going to AEW. I think the whole women's division is gone. It's going to be gone. And they should just go to AEW because, AEW's women's division is awesome. With Nyla Rose, Brandy Rhodes, Awesome Kong. We haven't seen Asha Kong as of yet. Allie, Britt Baker, Kuroshita, Emi Sakura, Chris Statlander, and all the women there. They should all go to AEW. All the women from Ring of Honor should go to either Shine, stay in WSU, go to Shimmer, or go to AEW. Go to maybe other promotions around the country, around the world. The Women of Honor just sucks, and Ring of Honor management fucking sucks. Joe Goff and company. They can suck a fat cock. Ring of Honor just decombusted this year. Dalton Castle as the champion, and then he loses the belt to Matt Taven. Went on a pretty good run with the belt, and then he loses the belt to Roosh, who then lost the belt to PCO, and then we have a 51-year-old guy as the world champion. Oh, everybody say, oh! And then everybody goes, oh, wait, you have Jericho as a champion. He's 49 years old, so you have old farts as champions. That's great for the business. Jericho deserved the belt for AEW. Does PCO deserve the belt in Ring of Honor? In a way, he does, but I would have had Marty Scurll win the belt from Roosh. And then Marty stays in the company for a little bit, and Marty's out of the company. He never got the chance to become world champion, which sucks. Had that. You had the Briscoes winning the belts for the 11th time, the tag team belts for the 11th time. Beating the Guerrillas of Destiny and losing to Jonathan Gresham and Jay Lethal, who are now the champions. That little blood feud here and there. They won the belts. I think the Kingdom was... Villain Enterprises is still the 6-man tag team champions, and they haven't really defended the belt much. Now with Marty leaving, I don't know what's going to happen with them, with Flip Gordon, Brody King, and PCO. PCO is the world champion now, so I don't know what happens with Villain Enterprises. I think eventually they're going to leave Ring of Honor and go to AEW and join up with Marty and reform Villain Enterprises in AEW and go after, be a big faction like the Dark Order is a big faction, like the Elite is a big faction. So next year for AEW, factions is going to be pretty damn good. See. And then you look at the TV title. Yeah, Shane Taylor with the belt, and now Dragon Lee or Ryu Lee, as his new name is now, winning the belt at Final Battle. So we'll see what happens with the TV title. Really looking forward to it, but we'll see what happens. And basically, like I said, the world title with PCO. Now, I don't know how that's gonna be in 2020. I think PCO will just drop the belt to somebody, maybe like Joe Hendry. Maybe the same Joe Hendry. Ooh, fuck him. Him starting a union with Dalton Castle looks like fucking shit. Ring of Honor is just fucking going downhill. The last couple of years, Ring of Honor's been good. They lost so many stars. They lost the Elite. They lost the Bucks. They lost Marty. Lost Cody. And the only mainstays of the company are Matt Taven, Jay Lethal, who's been there since day one. Briscoe's been there since day one. You're trying to, make new stars like Josh Goods, who's been teaming up with Silas Young. They might be tag team champions. You got the Bouncers, Brian Malonis, and what's his name? I can't think of the other guy's name. The Beer City Bruiser. As a tag team, they could go after the belts. You really can't use New Japan because I don't know how Ring of Honor's agreement with New Japan is. I think they're on bad terms, so I don't know if New Japan will ever be in Ring of Honor again. So no more border wars or all that other shit. The tag team division in Ring of Honor has gotten stale. The TV title picture is looking stale. The world title now with PCO. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know if Rush gets a rematch at the first pay per view of the year, whatever that is. I don't know if it's gonna be the 18th anniversary show. What's gonna happen with Ring of Honor? They're still on the Sinclair Broadcasting Network, which most people don't get. Unless you have Honor Club, which you can watch the shows. If you're an Honor Club member, like I am, to be honest, I haven't watched any Ring of Honor TV in a long time. Last thing I watched of Ring of Honor was Final Battle, and that was it. And Final Battle wasn't even that good. Or the first Final Battle in their company history that has been really bad. Ring of Honor has just been bad. And I don't know what's gonna. They say they're gonna come back in 2020 with new stars. They're gonna come back stronger than ever. That remains to be seen. But I'm not gonna put Ring of Honor out to pasture and shoot them dead. I'm still gonna support Ring of Honor if they come to New York. I don't know if they're gonna come to the Hammerstein Ballroom anytime soon. But we'll see what happens with that. I'll have to find out from my good buddy Mikey if they're coming back to New York anytime in the next couple months. Or I find out from Ring of Honor itself. But we'll see what happens with that. But Ring of Honor, worst promotion of the year. Hopefully they'll turn it around next year. But the way it's going, it doesn't look that good. They don't really have any big stars besides the Briscoes and Jay Lethal and Matt Taven. That's it. You got a 51-year-old guy as a champion. I don't know how much he's freaking not human. Almost killed himself at Final Battle. I really don't know what's in store for Ring of Honor in 2020. I really don't know. I guess we'll have to find out when we get there. And we'll see what happens. But that's it for my year-end review. Thank you all for watching. Leave me your thoughts and opinions about each promotion that I talked about. What you thought of each promotion this year? What your favorite promotion of the year was? Favorite pay-per-view of the year was? What your favorite match of the year was in each promotion? And we'll have a nice little discussion and some good wrestling talk. Hopefully, that'll be it. So leave me your thoughts and opinions about the year in wrestling 2019 as we go into 2020. I think it'll be another good year for wrestling. Hopefully, the rise back of wrestling will hit. Indie feds are doing pretty good, like WOW, BCW, what else? Shine, Shimmer, WSU, CZW. All those indie feds have been pretty good here in the Northeast. And that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. So thank you for watching this video, my year in review, and we'll see what happens in 2020 with the WWE, NXT, Raw, SmackDown, AEW, New Japan Pro Wrestling, Ring of Honor, NWA, and TNA as well. So we'll see what happens with all those promotions as we get into 2020. And that's all I gotta say about that. So thank you for watching. I'm gonna go watch the Eagles and Giants game, and then I'm gonna get something to eat. And then later on tonight, I'm gonna watch the 49ers and Seattle. See who wins the West and gets the first round bye. Hopefully, it'll be the Niners. Praying, please. And we'll see what happens with that. So thank you for watching this video. Check out my SmackDown review on the Killer Demons channel. And I might have one video coming up later. My little rant about the WWE Hall of Fame inductees. And they ruined next inductees to the Hall of Fame. And it's not going to be good. It's women. I think you know who I'm talking about. And that's all I got to say about that. So thank you for watching. I'm out. Peace! And Happy New Year, bitches!